Hi there. I've been speaking to many parents this last couple of weeks who have I've just been, as I say, I've been speaking to many parents this week who have only been offered PECS to support their child who maybe has no words or has a few words and is having significant difficulty with spoken language, with speech developing. There may be little ones, age 2 or 3, or I also have parents who are speaking with me at of a child who's age 5, 6, 7, and the only approach that their child has been offered in terms of support for communication is PECS, and that has maybe worked a little bit or worked part of the way to support their child and to support the communication development, the communication needs of their child. But the family are telling me it's not enough. My child is still frustrated. My child has more to say, and they're coming to me because they know their child has more to say than they're able to communicate with the language they have available to them at that time. So I wanted to jump on and speak a little bit about PECS because I have done a lot of PECS in my time working with young children. I think I've had PECS training twice in the decades I've been working with young children, and I have used PECS quite a lot in the past. But the things have moved on. The world has moved on. Things have moved on in the last few years, and we have more information. We know more about what works better. We know more about why PECS isn't the best way to go, or at least certainly not the only way to go. And we need to get that information directly to you so that you are in a position to make decisions in terms of your child's communication. So just as well, so I wanted to speak a little bit. I've got five reasons why I don't do PECS anymore, why I don't use PECS, and a little bit about what I do instead. But just to be clear, there is a lot of confusion about what PECS is and what it isn't. So when I'm speaking about PECS, I don't mean just anything that's to do with a visual support or a picture symbol or anything like that. What I'm speaking about is a very specific approach called PECS, that stands for Picture Exchange Communication System. Was developed by Andy Frost and Andy Bondi, Laurie Frost. I might have got those names muddled up, but professionals receive training in a specific approach, and if you know about it, you'll know it's about supporting children to initiate communication. That's the intention, and it starts with hand over hand. So you help the child to pick up the symbol, to bring it to the person who has what they need, and give the symbol to them so that they have something in return, so that they get the thing that they're asking for. So it's about initially teaching requests, although PECS say it builds up to teach more a wider range of reasons for communicating. It's still in the UK one of the widest used approaches for children who are not speaking or don't have enough speech to meet their needs, and for children who are autistic or are possibly autistic, because many children under 5 won't have a diagnosis of autism at that time, and they may or may not go on to have that diagnosis, but PECS is often one of the first approaches for children who could be described in that kind of way, and families in that kind of position. So I just wanted to be clear about, I'm not talking about all visual symbols. Visual symbols generally are brilliant, fantastic. There's loads of things you can do with them. So I'm not saying chuck out all your visual symbols you have. I'm speaking about a very specific way of using symbols, which is PECS. I think one of the main reasons is it gets muddled up is because there's symbol software called Boardmaker, and their symbols are PCS symbols, and that's possibly where a little bit of the confusion comes in. But let's get on to the 5 reasons why I don't do PECS anymore. First of all, it violates body autonomy, and that is something that I appreciate just so much more as we're hearing more from people who have communication needs, or we're hearing from people adults who are autistic. There is no need for us to invade someone's space and to use hand over hand prompting to teach communication. It's just not necessary, and as I say, it doesn't sit in line with what we know about good practice around body autonomy and sending the right signals to children about their body and control over their body. Number two, it doesn't actually lead us on the path towards autonomous independent communication quickly enough or efficiently enough. That's our final goal. We want children to be able to say what they want, when they want, to who they want to say it, and we want to get children on that right path as early as we can, so that they're making those steps as far down that road as they can to be autonomous communicators. And PECS just doesn't set us on that right path as quickly as we can in the way that, as I say, it leads to autonomous communication quickly enough. Actually, this is still within number two, because mainly the issue around autonomy is that it just doesn't give us enough reasons to communicate. As I say, PECS would say they do move on to commenting, and they do move on to you being able to communicate for lots of different reasons. But in my experience, and certainly the evidence that we're hearing now, is that it's really around teaching requests is where really the bulk of PECS kind of happens, and it doesn't lead to actually communicating for all the different reasons. And what we know is that children have loads and loads and loads of different reasons to communicate. Even children who appear to have really, really complex communication needs and are really quite young still communicate for lots and lots more reasons than just to request. And we need to be using what they're already doing and follow their lead and going from that. Number three, Jane Farrell, one of our leaders within the field of AAC, we have many, but Jane Farrell says after reviewing the evidence, after looking about where we're at in terms of PECS and communication for young children, the evidence is stronger for all other types of AAC. AAC is augmentative and alternative communication, and as I said there, the evidence is stronger for all other types of AAC. And that can seem a little bit overwhelming because AAC is a field like this, but what it does there's so many in it, there's so many options, it covers so many things. But what we mean by that is, what's good about that is there are so many options for you. There's going to be a fit for you with it and your child within the field of AAC that's going to work for you and your child. Number four, often parents don't like PECS. Often parents tell us, this isn't working for us, it's not kind of respectful enough, it's not meeting my child's needs, it's not promoting independent communication, and we're not moving forwards enough. My child has more to say than they're able to say with what we've got, with the tools we have here. We need something else, we need something different, we need something that can do more. And we hear that lots from parents. Sometimes parents say that really early on. Sometimes parents say that to me when they have a child who's, as I say, 5, 6, 7, 8, and they're looking to expand, and they can see that their child is just ready to communicate for so many other things. But yeah, evidence is there. It's stronger for all other types of AAC. So thank you, Jane Farrell, for that really helpful statement after reviewing all that evidence there. As I said, and I was saying there that and parents obviously have that intuition as well. They just know that. The parents just know that. Number 5, the last one that I think is possibly the thing that really, really firmed up for me that actually I'm not going to be doing any more PECS. There are other things available, and that is listening to adults who are autistic or adults who have communication needs, who have used PECS in the past and now use alternative methods of communication. And they're telling us that PECS didn't meet their needs, and that actually other types of communication are more helpful and open up the world of language and communication in a more meaningful way, allowing for more authentic communications, more autonomy, more independence, and that they're just much more appropriate and helpful approaches to use other than PECS. And so all other types of AAC, as I say, robust AAC, which we'll come back to in another video, but all other types of AAC, robust AAC, offer more for individuals, is what adults are telling us. And if adults who have a voice, who have autonomy and can communicate with us and are letting us know that, then it's up to us to listen to that and to do something about that. So that's probably listening to the voices that are speaking really, really loudly, and many of the autistic advocates out there who are speaking about agency and authentic communication and autonomous communication. People to listen to, definitely. So that's my top 5 reasons. Violates body autonomy, doesn't lead us quickly enough towards authentic autonomous communication. The evidence is stronger for all other types of AAC. Many parents find other approaches fit in with family life and with what they're looking for their child much more, and prefer other ways of using AAC, other types of AAC, much more. So parents are telling us this, and also adults who are autistic and who, have had lived experience in this area, are shouting very loudly and very consistently about this. This is no longer controversial. This is really quite agreed within the field of AAC. We just need to make sure we can get that information to you, to parents and to professionals, and so that we're all doing the same things and giving you the support that you need as quickly as you need it, as early as you need it. So just to say, if you are a parent who's using PECS right now, there may be many of you in this group who actually are already using PECS, and that's the only approach you've been supported with, and maybe you actually feel, well, this, it's okay, it's working okay for us up till now, this kind of, met quite a lot of my child's needs. This is not about shaming you or making you feel guilty about any of that at all. If you've taken on some level, some elements of PECS, or you're using some bit of PECS and it has helped you and it's helped your family, that's fantastic, that's okay. What I want, though, is for you to not be restricted because that's the only approach you think is available, the only approach you think is there. I just want you to know that there are other options, and there's more things to explore, more things to discover that can be a better fit, or in addition to what you're using at the moment. And as you're moving forward, there are forwards with your child and with their communication. There's other things there. There's other things out there. So don't just, the only thing I want to get across to you is don't feel restricted, don't feel stuck. But certainly this is absolutely not about any guilt or shame if you're using what professionals have recommended to you is the best approach. And if you've adapted it to work for your family, as I said, that's absolutely fine. Or you're just using it, and it's meeting a level of need for your child and for you. Absolutely fine, but don't be stuck, don't be restricted. There's more things out there. The evidence is stronger for all other types of AAC. So what do I do instead? I look at everything that's available within the field of AAC, look at all the different robust AAC options, and get the right fit for you, your child, and your family, so that your child has more language available to express everything they want to say, to help with their understanding, to help with connection, to help with authentic, meaningful communication in a way that sets the strongest foundation now and can grow with them as their communication and language grows and changes over the years. We don't need to keep switching it up and changing something else. We start with something now that can grow with them. Some children won't use it for a long time. Some children will use it for much longer, and that varies. But there are other options out there. There's loads and loads of different things available to you. So comment below, give me a wee comment and let me know if you, I sounded like one of my son's Minecraft or YouTube videos there, but leave a wee comment and let me know, do you use PECS? Do you not use PECS? Did you like it? Do you not like it? Where are you up to with this? And I would imagine that there's quite a few people who are using it or have used it in the past. So let us know if you agree, if you don't agree, and what your own experience is for your family. And we can have a chat about that. Thanks so much. Bye for now.